This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out.
Sawadee Kop. Welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. This is Jonathan from Pu'u Muay Thai. Coming in today, it is May 31st, and I just want to say it has been a long time since I've done a podcast update, or it seems like a long time. I actually don't know when the last one was. I am live on Discord right now as well, and I'm also live on TikTok to every single follower on there. I think we're at 23,000 followers on TikTok, and that is completely and utterly insane to me. I cannot believe it. Thank you to everybody over on TikTok and the Muay Thai Community Discord. If you are on TikTok right now, double tap the screen, shoot us some likes. I see there's about 80 people in here right now. Thank you for tuning in. Kind of just wanted to catch up with everybody, update you on what's going on. It's been May gray here in California. I've been traveling around a lot too. I was MIA a lot because all my downtime was spent training for a marathon. I ran my first official marathon. I've done marathon distances before, but never in like a race format. So I did my first marathon, Mountain to Beach in Ventura, California. Super awesome to be a part of this because that is one of the towns that our martial arts academy is based in. So it's nice to be able to participate in something like that too. If you're not familiar with Mountain to Beach Marathon, it's the marathon that goes from Ojai, California. You run all the way down to Ventura, California. We actually had a booth. Pu'u Muay Thai had a booth there to introduce people to Muay Thai, say hi, and just get involved with the running community a bit. Great time. We had shout out to Coach Tomas and Coach Steven for connecting and being there early in the morning, like at 5 a.m. to go meet up with everybody and have that booth set up. That was the first thing I did as soon as I finished my marathon and went over there. And I'm not fast by any means. It's kind of funny if you've been involved in Muay Thai, if you're listening to this and you're involved in Muay Thai, you know how much you have to run when you're competing at like a high level, right? Or even just like you're wanting to be at a high level, you have to run a lot. So that's how I got into running, just in general. It's something that it's part of my lifestyle now, going through Muay Thai. Now I've kind of taken that challenge to hey, I'm going to do some 10K races, half marathons, and I did like our first official marathon race. So I had a booth set up there. And other than that, I've just been working a whole lot just with the team in Ventura and here in Santa Barbara with Coach Ryan, Crew Ed. Our whole team down in Ventura has been just like going. So I've been trying to do my best to just like spend time with our coaches, our instructors, and our students too. So it's been really amazing to be able to see that and connect with everybody. This weekend, I'm going to be working at our friend's in-gym event down in Long Beach as a ring official. We're bringing some of our students for the first time to go get some live judging experience. They've been training with me pretty, rigorously to be able to do something like this. So I'm excited to be able to finally get that batch of people out there to go out and get some reps in judging. And then we also have the following weekend on the island of Oahu in Hawaii with Crew Rich De Los Reyes, who has his inaugural WBC Muay Thai event that's out there. His wife is the promoter. It's at their new Hawaii Kai Mango Tree Muay Thai training facility, Mango Tree and Fitness, I believe is what it's called. Pardon me, Crew Rich. But I think it's their third location, and they're having a fight event at this one. So I'm getting to go out there and go work as a ring official. Super blessed to be able to do that. Shout out to Crew Rich for reaching out and contacting me to figure out how we can work together to do this stuff. And it's opened up the doors to a few other opportunities too, just by officiating and doing these things. So that's why I always like to encourage people to get involved in Muay Thai. It's an amazing community. I was just hanging out with Dave Brooks from Team Universal Muay Thai this past weekend. talking about the Muay Thai community at whole. You know, he knows me from being an instructor and officiating and stuff like that too, and seeing that whole community, and he's very big on the community and stuff too, and getting his students involved in these things as well. So I'm gonna be out in Hawaii the following weekend. Really just busy schedule with travel and work. Been neglecting the podcast, so apologies guys. I do promise to have some more consistency. I do see some questions coming in here on TikTok too, so we'll take some time to address them. We'll just call you NL237. Is weights good for Muay Thai strength? Low rep, high weight? So NL237 on TikTok, that is a great question. What I'll say for strength training, it really depends on where you are at in your training cycle. For example, me, I was pretty small for my weight division, just the way my body type was, right? Most people that were my size were fighting at 130 pounds. For me, I was naturally walking around at like 150 pounds. So, and that was me already being like kind of like 8%, 7% body fat. So to get lower down to 130, it was like because of my legs, I had like the Hawaiian monopower legs. I wasn't able to do that, right? So what I did is I did my best to get strong and build muscle mass. That way I could be a strong 140 pound fighter. And everybody I fought would say that, hey man, you're really strong. So it really depends where you're at in your training cycle. So I recommend, when I was doing it, I was doing strength training two times a week, where I was doing all like compound lifts, doing deadlifts, back squats, front squats, overhead press, power cleans, and did I say deadlifts? Because if I didn't say deadlifts, and bench press, and as well as doing pull-ups and dips. So I was doing pull-ups and dips. I was doing dips, I would do non-weighted, and then sometimes I would do weighted. Pull-ups, I only did those non-weighted. So those are kind of examples of what you can do. And then you can do lighter weight stuff. You know, once you get that muscle mass on there and you're in like training for competition season, you're probably not going to be doing as much of like the heavy strength training, especially because Muay Thai is a weight class based sport. Okay. I see Ronnie B202. I don't know who you are. Shoot me a comment if you're trying to jump in here. Would love to have you come in. I just need to know why you want to come in. All right. Going into our next bit. If you have more questions too on TikTok, I will definitely take note of them, and I will address them as I get through each talking point in here too. All right. So I also want to give a shout out to the Muay Thai Community Discord server. We're at 560 plus active users on the Muay Thai Community Discord. That is, it's like a year and a half. We have 500 plus people. It's amazing. Next goal obviously is 1,000. If you're not part of the Muay Thai Community Discord server and you're new to it, it's very, very important for people to understand that there's not like a centralized place for Muay Thai and information online. If you listen to this podcast, you're probably like, if you've never listened to us before and you're listening to this now, you're probably like, hey, like, I'm just trying to find Muay Thai related stuff. The Discord server has a search function on it that is freaking amazing. So every single conversation that happens in the chat is archived in Discord, and you can search it. So if you have a question, go search your question, because chances are it's probably been answered by multiple people there's a lot of credible people on there. There's professional active fighters, professional active coaches or former coaches, fight promoters, matchmakers, media people. So it is a great untapped resource for people in the Muay Thai community to go tap into. All right. I see Enya is asking rolling ribs. I'm not sure what you mean by rolling ribs, Enya, over on TikTok. But if you can clarify, I'd be happy to answer your question. But I just wanted to give that shout out to the Muay Thai Community Discord, because they are amazing. If you're watching to double tap, shout out to the Muay Thai Community Discord. We got some another community manager that's coming in there too, who's newer. Shout out to our moderators and stuff like that keep things active on there and keep the spam away too. Like I said, I've been busy, so it's great. Can't do this stuff without them. Very, very grateful for that. All right. So one of the other projects that I began working on is we have the Muay Thai California Newsletter. All right. So just tell you like a little bit about what the Muay Thai California Newsletter is. is the Muay Thai California Newsletter is a newsletter that is featuring coaches, brands, and athletes that are based in California or have spent time in California or actively competing in California. All right. So with those, I have like a bunch of interviews. I'm basically tapping into all the resources of people and getting these interviews. That way we're putting out in a newsletter format because no one's doing this. We did have some other brands that were doing this in the past, but they stopped. Understandable. It's a lot of work. And we're doing bi-weekly right now. It might change. It might go to monthly. I don't know. I have about 8 newsletters set up right now. They're already like kind of set out. But we're going over featuring people so that way you can follow and learn who these people are in Muay Thai in California. So that way if you're new to the sport, or maybe you've only been in like Southern California or one region in LA, and you're wanting to learn who these other people are in the sport and how they are involved and how you can get more involved too and find that inspiration through them, it's a great way to do that. Also, we're going over like equipment reviews, merchandise reviews, equipment recommendations. We also have some opinion pieces in there too that we've been putting together with some people. Very excited to share those as well. We're always going to be expanding on that too. But the Muay Thai California newsletter, you can find it at muaythaicalifornia.com. The link will be down in the show notes, so go check that out. Go subscribe. It's free. I know it's going to continue to grow. In just 2 weeks, we have over 200 subscribers that have double opted in, and we have basically a growing base. It's well over 200 now. I know that my first goal for that is to get 1,000 subscribers. So very much looking forward to that. And if you are new to Muay Thai, or you're just in Muay Thai and you're having a hard time keeping up all these new faces that are coming in, because there's always new faces, right? It's a growing sport. It's a growing market. So it's a good way to help keep up with it. If you know somebody that should be featured, go contact muaythaicalifornia.com. All right. Also, with that involvement and everything too, I've been seeing a lot of cool people get involved in like wanting to get feedback on it. I always highly encourage it, and I'm working on building a team to help better streamline that process too. So I just ask that you employ some patience as we continue to expand and grow that out. So Enya clarified here on TikTok, rolling the ribs with a roller for conditioning. I still not quite like. Are you talking about a foam roller? I wouldn't recommend doing any foam rolling for conditioning or anything like that on your ribs. We'll do sit-ups where someone hits your chest or your stomach with a Thai pad. Absolutely, definitely recommend that if you're doing competition and stuff like that too. If I still didn't hit it, Enya, let me know. I'm happy to touch more on this. But if you're talking about like Manny Pacquiao and Marquez, where they're hitting their body with like the wooden dowel, like the wooden stick, I'm not a big proponent of that. But we use the Thai pad instead, right? And it does probably a similar thing. So if you haven't already checked it out, muaythaicalifornia.com. Link is in the show notes. All right. Next year, I'm gonna pull this up on my screen too. We have Coach Ryan, his wife Carol, and Brooke and Eddie Farrell down in Tulum. They are doing Rumble in the Jungle. We've talked about it here. I've had Coach Ryan on here to talk about it as well. It is Pan America's only Cod Chook that's rope fights. So instead of gloves in Muay Thai, they use hemp rope. It's bare knuckle with rope wrapped around their hands. The old style Muay Thai. They're the only ones in Pan America doing this. All right, it's down in Tulum. And they also have pro Muay Thai fights going on that is sanctioned by WBC Muay Thai Mexico. Great event. They're international events too. I'm going to kind of go through this. That's this Saturday, June 3rd. It is free on their OnlyFans. You have to be 18 over to get on OnlyFans. So if you're not 18 over or you do not want to create OnlyFans, what you can do is they actually do have a live stream outside of that. If you go to rumbleinthejungletulum.com, you can go buy a ticket for their live stream. And they've always been working on improving it. There's a lot of hurdles that they have to overcome there. One of the things is the internet. Coach Ryan and them, they found out some logistics about how they can get around that. So I have a feeling the stream's just going to get better and better over time. All right. Kind of go through this a little bit, though, for the fight card. I'm going to just be going by the names they have on the flyer, guys. So pardon me if I butcher it or if it's not your full name. It does have some of the country flags. And I do know some of these people by names as well. So I will mention that. But if I don't mention it, sorry, reach out. Would love to have you on the podcast. All right. So this is Sunday, June 3rd. We have a WBC Muay Thai lightweight bout between Janowski and Williams, both from the United States. They both look like they're pumped, ready to go. Want to press the wrong button on that. Next one, we have Sofia from USA versus Marini from Argentina. Excited to see that bout. See the ladies' WBC Amateur Super Featherweight bout. Next up, we have May from Mexico versus, looks like Salido from Mexico as well in a WBC Super Middleweight bout. All right, so super middleweight. That's exciting. That's a good weight class. That's, I believe, 168 pounds. And then next up for the ladies, we have, looks like Harumi versus Rosado. So, which is Lara Rosado. She fought Kudchuk before as well. This is a WBC Muay Thai featherweight bout. So excited to see these ladies throw down. That's going to be a good one. And we have, says Gingras from, I don't know if this is supposed to be Ginger or what is they're trying to say here. I don't know if it's his last name. Pardon me, man. Don't beat me up when you meet me. From Canada versus Del Valle from Mexico. This is a WBC Muay Thai lightweight bout. Milad over on TikTok says, yo, can you review some sparring of me? Yeah, go post it in the Muay Thai community Discord server, man. Go to the media channel, go post it up in there. Go on to the next one here on Rumble. In the Jungle 6 in Tulum, we have Salvatore, and I believe that is Puerto Rico flag, versus Bravalio from Mexico. And that's who all they had on that one. But I know there are more events, so let's go to the next card. So then we have Kalista Parth from Estonia. She's been fighting Muay Thai in Thailand for a very long time, specifically Kudchuk. So I know she relocated from Thailand to Tulum to go do more Kudchuk. So she's fighting against Trehog from Mexico. Milad, you're asking if I can do it on Insta. My Instagram gets slammed, man, and I would definitely probably not get to it. Better off going on to the Muay Thai community Discord, because I can go back and it's easy, and just tag me in it, because then it's easier for me to scroll back and find it, okay? And also, I'm not the only one that checks our Instagram, so sometimes someone from our team checks it, and it's easy for me to miss. Next up, we have WBC Muay Thai welterweight bout. Zachary Dessa from Canada, who's been living down in Tulum, I think, for a year or two now, versus Diamante from Mexico. It's going to be an exciting fight. Zachary Dessa also just fought out at the Muay Thai Super Series out there in Phoenix, Arizona. They have Marcel from Germany versus Ivan from Mexico. That's a WBC Muay Thai Super Featherweight bout. This is going to be exciting about. Man, Super Featherweight. That's good for Marcel, man. Next, you have Bahakuda, also pronounced Barracuda, versus Sadlotsky from United States. It's a WBC Muay Thai Super Bantamweight bout. And then we have next up is a Kudchuk bout. It has the reigning champion, Mr. Dan Wilson, from the Kudchuk champion, Dan Wilson from Colorado, versus Mansilla from it's the challenger, Mansilla from Argentina, who's going to be coming up to fight Kudchuk against Mr. Dan Wilson, who's going to be his third time on the event. They have next up is Mr. Sean Davis. That's funny. They put a Mexico and U.S. flag. So Sean Davis, great guy. He came by the academy during COVID and stuff like that too. He's an American guy living down there with Brooke and Eddie Farrell at Tulum Muay Thai. Good luck to you, man. We love you. Good luck to Mr. Sean Davis. Check him out. Fighting against Matador from Mexico. That's a lightweight bout, so that is 140 pounds. And then next up, we have, you have Mr. Miranda is going to be fighting from Mexico, is going to be fighting against Carlo from Mexico as well. And it's another super middleweight bout. Looks like we might have a couple 168 pounders in here, man. Super middleweight's an exciting weight. If you're here on Discord or if you're on the TikTok, 168 pounds, man. Look out for those. they're still fast, and then they're a little bit, they have that size still. All right. So I believe that's all the bouts that we have so far. They're always kind of have to play around with the bouts a little bit. I believe Brooke Farrell is supposed to be fighting as well. I don't know if her opponent ended up falling out, and that's why it's not listed on here. They did want Brooke and Kalisa to fight, but they won't fight their friends. It's just the way it is. But they're both world champions. Kalisa being a WMC world champion, Brooke being a WBC Muay Thai world champion. I think it's Brooke Farrell's first fight back after having her child. So after being a mother, definitely probably gives a little bit more of like a oomph and purpose behind training and everything too. But definitely go check them out. Rumble in the Jungle Mexico on Instagram, at Rumble in the Jungle Mexico, all one word, over on Instagram. Awesome promotion. Like I said, you can get the live stream on there if you're for free on OnlyFans, or you can go visit their website at rumbleinthejungletulum.com and purchase a live stream link on there. That is not through OnlyFans, all right? But very excited to see the fights play out. I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I'm going to do my best to catch up on it. That a whole host of sponsors. It's a lot of work for these guys, and they don't really make money on this event. As a matter of fact, it's a loss, all right? Dax over on Instagram is asking, if I want to be a kickboxer, where should I start as a base martial art? I would say Muay Thai. The top kickboxers right now are Muay Thai fighters. So we just had one on Glory last night who defended his title. So if you want to do kickboxing, you should do Muay Thai. Personal opinion. But the thing is, kickboxing is a different sport than Muay Thai. There's some adjustments. We've talked about it a lot here on our podcast. If you're here on TikTok, go click our link in our bio. Go click listen to the podcast, and you can scroll through. We have like 110 plus episodes currently of Muay Thai stuff where we talk about this. All right, so I hope you find some value in that, Dax. I hope that answers your question. That is great. I highly encourage you to get started in martial arts. All right. So, if you have more questions over there on TikTok, or if you're listening to this later and you have questions, you can go ask them on the Muay Thai community Discord server. You can come on your TikTok, drop a comment. You can shoot us an email to contact@muaythaiventura.com. All right. And kind of going into what's happening next as well is I want to just talk a little bit about like the podcast. All right. So I'm really trying to revamp some of the stuff I'm doing in the podcast. Some things I want you guys to start looking out for, some more consistency. My goal is to do a podcast every week. It's going to have a trailing production on it, so it'll come out on like the following week or maybe on the Friday. So I'm going to try to do recordings every Wednesday morning in California time. That's my goal at least. So and I have a whole on-the-go setup, but even with my travel, I can do these podcasts. It's just a matter of making sure I have like a stable internet connection. I also have a list of people that I'm looking to interview, having some new interviews to go through on our podcast as well. And we are working on a dedicated website for the podcast. We have a landing page at pmtlifestyle.com, which you can always go to. It links to everything Pu'u Muay Thai. If you want to train at our academies, seminars, workshops, if you want to buy merchandise from the Pu'u Muay Thai Lifestyle store that we ship worldwide, we have distribution centers all over the globe for the best Muay Thai apparel, lifestyle apparel, fight apparel, things like that too. So if you are interested in being interviewed too, that will also be easier for you to submit some information. That way you can figure out if it's a good fit and when we can schedule you in. All right? So I'm really excited about that. Something that I've really wanted to put more time into, and I'm getting to the point where I can spend and be a little bit more level and focused on this for you, and give you just another insight in the Muay Thai on top of all of the other things that we're doing, right? Last, I want to just talk about this a little bit, is I actually just got these awesome pins that say Eat, Sleep, Teep. If you don't know about Eat, Sleep, Teep, we are the originators of the Eat, Sleep, Teep design, all right? These are lapel pins. They're going to be shipping worldwide. The ones that I have the first 50. I've given out a few to some select people that are numbered 1 through 50. After that, they will not be numbered. All right, so I'm doing my first batch of 50. Once I get those, I'll get the ones that are non-numbered. I'm holding one up on TikTok that is non-numbered, but there's a little number that'll go in the back right here. They're all laser etched. They're called soft enamel, but it doesn't mean it's soft by any means, just like the enamel pins that people typically like. They're hard. They will last you a very long time. I'm also making some more pins, some lapel pins that will be collectible over the coming months. All right. We're also getting some more Eat Sleep Teep hand wraps made currently in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm getting some red and blue hand wraps for those of you that were asking for red and blue hand wraps for Eat Sleep Teep. We are getting those made. All right. So with that said, everybody, I want to say thank you to everybody over on TikTok, Muay Thai Community Discord, all the Pu'u Muay Thai students who've been actively involved at the academies who have trained. Even if you just did a trial, man, or you only trained for a few months, thank you. Because it supports Muay Thai in a way that I don't think you quite, like people that come in just for that short amount of time don't understand. But back when we started, I was looking through some old pictures. People did not know what Muay Thai was. Like, Muay Thai shorts were not a thing. And it's great. Now we give people a pair of shorts, all that stuff. We have it on supply here at the academies. It is great. And I'm just very grateful to be able to do this and to share with everybody. We have another thing that's going to be coming up for our students. Father's Day weekend, June 17th and 18th, we have a Muay Thai training camp in Ventura, California. It is open to everybody. Not just Pu'u Muay Thai students. It is open to everybody. All right. It's $350. It's limited to 6 spots. It's a small group private lesson. There's 4 sessions throughout the weekend. It's a nice training retreat in beautiful Ventura, California at Pu'u Muay Thai in Ventura, located in sunny, beautiful Central Coast, Golden Coast, California, in Ventura, California at Pu'u Muay Thai. Tons of activities to do out there. Come get an Airbnb, hang out for the weekend. We're doing custom jerseys for people as well. The link is also down in the show notes. If you're listening to this and it's past that, reach out, ask us when we're doing the next training camp. All right? But thank you so much for those of you that are tuning in. It means the world to me and our team for your support. Make sure to leave a review on the podcast if you are listening to this on iTunes. It helps us get bumped up in the rankings. If you're listening on Spotify, like it, leave a review, drop a comment, all that good stuff, guys. With that said, thank you so much and have a great day. Sawadee Kap. All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing.